I started cooking in competition in 1990, and my first contest was in Denton, Texas, at Knights of Columbus, and there was only 9 teams there. And I didn't have a clue what to do about competition, and so Mom and I pulled in at the parking lot, and a gentleman by the name of Joe Sloan came up and talking to me and everything, and he asked me, he said, "Is this your first time you ever cooked?" And I said, "No, I'll cook a lot." Of course, I didn't lie because I had it around the house and stuff like that. But he qualified and said, "Well, let me qualify it competition wise." And he said, "Well, you got me there. This is my first one." He asked me if I wanted a little help, and I said, "Absolutely." So he said, "Let me look at your spices." So before we left home, Mom and I got every spice she had in her kitchen and took it up there to go to this cook-off. And so I pulled up 2 or 3 boxes out, and I showed him, and he looked at me and said, "Well, you know, those are all real good spices, but if you don't mind, let me go down and get some." So he came back, and he said, "Well, we're going to use this on the brisket, and this on the chicken, and this is on the ribs right there." And so long story short right there, to come to the awards, I got 3rd in brisket. So that really it turned me on. So he told me of another cook-off next weekend. So Mom and I went up there, and we got 2 more calls. And it kind of just multiplied there, and I cooked most of my cooking was around North Texas, and then I kind of went around and started spreading out in other parts of Texas. And I did my first Kansas City Barbecue Society cook-off about 91 or 92, and it was a contest out in Big Springs, Texas. And it was a state championship, and I won it.
Nice.
So that qualified me to be into the American Royal, and also been the invitation of the Jack Daniels. So fortunately, I got picked to cook the Jack Daniels, and that was a real experience. And so we went up there to it, and well, we didn't do any good, but we did. So, but anyway. I started, and then I retired in 1996, and by that time we'd been cooking a lot, and I ventured out a little bit out of state, and I did a couple of cook-offs in Arkansas, who was a KCBS contest, and so we started branching out, and I started winning, and my second, I got the 2002, or no, 2003. I went to the Jack, and we did a little better. And then, so I made the draw every year. And then in 2000, was the first time I won the Jack Daniels. And then I repeated it in 2003. So Mom and I, we started traveling, and we wore out 2 motorhomes going around the country. And then in 2000 about 2003, we bought a new diesel pusher 40-foot motorhome, which we have still today.
Wow.
And we traveled. We stayed out on the road in the summertime, as much as 6 to 8 weeks at a time, cooking all through the Midwest. And I was having phenomenal success and winning.